It's a 3-piece ring set. All you do is choose rubies, emeralds, or sapphires, and you're getting a 3-piece ring set here today. Summer price, $44.90. I'll show you that I have all, I'm wearing as many as I can. Rings on my fingers and bells on my toes. Here we go. Emerald is what I'm wearing here. Ruby on my right hand, or you can choose the blue sapphire. You're getting 3 rings for less than $45. It is $25 off. It's our lowest price we've ever offered. But most importantly of all, you're getting 3 rings, 2 that are going to be these beautiful sort of stack bands, all done in solid sterling silver, adorned with the white topaz. And then in the center ring, you're getting genuine gemstones. You'll get 5 of the 5x3 ovals of your favorite gemstone. And these aren't just any gemstones, Bill. These are the big 3.
I'm gonna make a prediction that Sarah Anderson will completely eliminate these from Sevilla Silver's lineup on hsn.com by the end of the show.
It could happen.
I'll tell you why I say that. Based on what happened last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, because this is what let me show you something. These are in the world of gems, to Sarah's point, the upper crust gems that are known as precious gems historically are ruby, emerald, sapphire, and believe it or not, diamond, which is a gem. Everything else in the world has been referred to by the American Gem Trade Association as semi-precious. Well, there was a big argument amongst the semi-precious and the precious gemstone dealers of the world, because you can buy a semi-precious gem that's rare at a higher price than maybe an emerald, ruby, or sapphire. But the point is, these are the hardest to cultivate. These are genuine gems. These are not, you know, mystery simulated material gems. And this is what you're receiving. You're receiving stackables. You get 2 white topaz guard bands and a ruby, emerald, or sapphire band ring. I've never seen anything like this until Sevilla Silver. That is why I signed up and joined the Sevilla group and to be their on-air representative. I love this
really
brand.
Impressive.
I love all the manufacturers and what they do. And look at this. If you bought 2 rings, you could separate them out, and you could stack just the white topaz bands like this, and you'd have 4 of them. Now, you should,
if you did both the ruby and the emerald.
Look, yeah, if you did the ruby and the emerald, or the emerald and the sap, look how much fun that is.
Or you could also take those 2 bands and put them around any other gemstone band that you already own, and that will amplify the look, and it'll make it honestly look like a whole new ring. Of course, you can wear it just as is, out of the box.
This is if you were to buy 2.
Having fun.
Well, I'm doing this to show you the versatility if you bought 2 sets. You always should buy, when you see a deal like this, just do it.
Isn't that gorgeous? Can we talk about the emerald quickly? Oh, actually, we're running out of time on this ring, but the emerald, again, May birthstone. July, that's gonna be your ruby. Ruby's your birthstone for the month of July. And September, babies, order the blue sapphire. It's a nice dark blue, sort of a deep blue. It's almost a black in the blue sapphire choice. But these stones are very hard to come by. Rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. I can't remember the last time I had either an emerald ring or a ruby ring on this network, Bill. You don't see rubies and sapphires.
We haven't done them in Sevilla until this. I have not seen this until, I began doing this to help out in December of this of 2017, and then January when I joined Sevilla full time. This is the only ruby, emerald, sapphire combo that I've seen, and to see them for 44, I'm just saying, for $44.50 for all 3 rings?
Yes,
just because of the labor that goes into just setting the gems, for goodness sakes. And that's the reality of this brand.
Maybe you've always wanted a ruby ring. And if you look right now, whether you're out at retail, ruby's expensive. Price per carat versus a diamond, sometimes ruby can be more expensive than a diamond. I've been to Colombia. I've seen the emerald trade there. Emeralds are not inexpensive. They're also very rare. And when you have to find 5 that go all the way across the top of the band. That have to match, right? How difficult is that?
Okay, so let's just talk emeralds for a minute. I used to travel to Hong Kong to do quality control inspection before taking delivery and receipt of jewelry here at HSN. I would reject 30+% of every single emerald I touched because they were all chipped and broken. They're just a very soft, much softer gem. Not very soft, but a much softer gem than the rest. So when you see 5 beautiful matching ovals and an emerald ring, And then I see a price tag like this. I wonder how in the world we were able to pull this together. It's just because of our relationship with the manufacturers. We buy directly from the manufacturers overseas. They ship right to HSN.
So pretty.
You're gonna love wearing this jewelry because you're gonna get compliment after compliment.
They're gonna say, is that a ruby ring? You're gonna say, yes.